Hey friends, this is Derrick Broze with the Conscious Resistance Network, and today we're going to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell, the co-conspirator, the accomplice, the madam, the right-hand woman to Jeffrey Epstein, with father's ties to the Mossad and to British intelligence. We're going to get into all that stuff in just a moment, but first I want to remind you guys to bookmark theconsciousresistance.com so you can make sure to stay plugged into all of our content. I've just updated the website for the past few months. I had to get caught up, but everything is current and up to date right here for you to see. And you can follow us on Minds, Steemit, Discord, join our text list. Please join our text list. Follow us on BitChute, support via Patreon or Subscribestar. You can also sign up for our email newsletter and support us by purchasing products from My Brave Botanicals if you'd like to do that. So we're going to look at two different articles right now. First one is from Vanity Fair, and it does a pretty good job of kind of like summarizing where the Jeffrey Epstein search for Ghislaine Maxwell is at the moment. It's called She's Our Waldo and We're Gonna Find Her. The hunt for Jeffrey Epstein's alleged enabler, Ghislaine Maxwell. She's been rumored to be everywhere from the Brazilian Riviera to Teaneck, New Jersey. She was tracked down on the Massachusetts coast, then photographed at a fast food joint in LA, but the photo was staged. Now the Sun is offering £10,000 for information leading to her in person, and the FBI probably knows just where she is. Now, a lot of this stuff we're not going to just rehash and go over because these are things we've covered in the past on different videos and things of that sort, so we will avoid much of this, but there is some new details that you might not have heard, and I know I haven't covered yet on this channel. First, of course, the Prince Andrew thing. I know how several people asked me to make a video on Prince Andrew, and I just didn't get around to it. I downloaded the video, watched the interview, and it's just been oversaturated at this point. I don't think I can add anything new to it beyond what has been said. The guy obviously made things much, much worse for himself and his family. But that did bring some attention now. Now that Prince Andrew is retiring from public life, the interview with him did bring about the fact that he had met with Ghislaine Maxwell after Epstein was arrested. And this is now leading to more people asking, well, where the hell is she? And we've been asking that for months. Jean-Luc Brunel, Ghislaine Maxwell, Sarah Kellen, Nadia Marcinkova, these co-conspirators, and other people who have yet to be named. So remember, it is Maxwell who introduced Epstein and Andrew in the first place, Prince Andrew. And Maxwell was, of course, allegedly acting as the fixer who pressed Epstein's underage masseuses into service. And in a recent interview, we did see, I know there was a Daily Mail story where she was kind of basically just saying she had, I think it was Daily Mail or The Sun or one of them, where they were saying Maxwell had allegedly in court documents, they said there was new court documents, but I haven't seen these anywhere. And we'll talk about that in a moment, but saying that she didn't think what she had done was wrong, that these women were 17 and, they were, nothing illegal was going on basically. But her name's been in the mail. I mean, in the news, because Virginia Roberts Giuffre has been speaking out lately. She gave a 60 Minutes Australia interview. She's apparently got a BBC Panorama interview coming up on December 2nd. Maria Farmer and other Epstein victims came out and said that Ghislaine was involved in this and that she was, involved on a daily level, and also that she warned her, you need to be very careful when you're out jogging on the West Side Highway. There's so many ways to die there, so you have to be really careful. Look over your shoulder. Sort of like a veiled threat, it seems like. And they go into all the different places that Ghislaine has been rumored to have been seen. Of course, Rupert Murdoch's The Sun putting out a £10,000 bounty for anybody who can find her. And these kinds of things are continuing to go on. People are wondering where she's at. We know that her connection to Prince Andrew, her connection to Epstein. And we have two things. There was the Sun churned out two scoops over the weekend, starting with the revelation that Prince Andrew secretly met Maxwell inside Buckingham Palace 2 weeks after Epstein was placed under new investigation. Andrew said he did meet Maxwell over the summer, but denied they discussed Epstein. The story was followed up with tantalizing claims per a, quote, U.S. source close to her lawyers that Ghislaine is preparing to speak, whether by talking to the FBI or giving a statement to the media. She has to defend herself. She has no option. She will have to address this guilt by association. Apparently, she's going to come out and defend Prince Andrew and herself on this whole situation. So it's still an ongoing battle where we're trying to figure out what exactly is going to happen, and if she is going to come forward. So we'll have to just keep watching it. They go into here discussing, Ghislaine Maxwell, chasing her down. There was a photo of her from August 15th. That's the one that was staged. We've talked about that before at the In-N-Out Burger, where she was reading the Book of Honor, The Secret Lives and Deaths of CIA Operatives. None of that stuff was by mistake. They wanted to make sure that we all saw that. And they end with, so where is Maxwell now? Some secluded New England cottage, a SoCal beach bungalow, a farmhouse in the remote French countryside, a Taco Bell in New Jersey. She's got the means to be just about anywhere. She could be abroad and she could still be here. And they said they have a couple leads that they're following up. She's our Waldo, and we're going to find her. And that's interesting. So, again, she's, according to some sources, going to speak publicly soon, either to the FBI or to the media. And, of course, that we know that she's been in touch with Prince Andrew. Then I found this other one from lawandcrime.com, which is a pretty recent update on the ongoing case. Now, sidebar here, just so we don't get too lost. Outside of the cases that involved the victims like Virginia Roberts and Jeffrey Epstein, there was also a case going on with Alan Dershowitz and with Ghislaine Maxwell, where she was suing Virginia Roberts Giuffre for defamation, claiming that, of course, the allegations about her and about her trafficking young girls are totally lies and made up. And so Maxwell was defending, trying to defend her good name. But they're also, in that ongoing case from back in August, we know there was a case where U.S. District Judge Loretta A. Preska ordered the release of more than 2,000 previously sealed documents from alleged Epstein victim Virginia Roberts Giuffre. And so that is still going on, and this is related to the 2015 defamation lawsuit against Maxwell. Attorneys for Giuffre have fought to have the court unseal significantly more pages, while Maxwell's lawyers have tried to stymie the release of new information, arguing that the documents do not fall under the definition of judicial documents and therefore are not subject to the presumption of access by the public. So they're trying to play some funny games to keep this information from getting out. She's claiming she has done nothing wrong and that she's not guilty and that she should be exonerated, but there are, court documents that they're still fighting to keep secret. Judge Preska last month ordered the attorneys for both sides to submit letters to the court on November 19th stating what material in the document trove should not be unsealed and to provide a reason why the information should remain confidential. Maxwell's attorneys filed a motion requesting an additional 30 days to review the material and submit their arguments, asserting that, quote, hundreds of currently redacted non-party names may be publicly released. Maxwell's attorneys noted that the district court and appeals courts both want the process completed as quickly as possible, but contended that the request was simply not possible. So they're asking for an extension, and based on what I saw here, it does look like that extension was granted. New Judge Preska, this is from November 19th, so just over a week ago. Judge Preska extends the deadline for Ghislaine Maxwell to make summary arguments in favor of sealing to December 5th. So they have till December 5th to submit letters in favor of keeping the document sealed, and then from there we'll see what's going on. But just to let you know, I haven't seen any new documents coming out related to the document release from August. I'm digging for those. I know my buddy Jason Burmis is looking for them, but Jason, as far as I can tell, these are the documents that they're talking about that the judge is supposed to unseal, and we're waiting to see if that will actually happen. But it looks like they've got an extension in the meantime. So we're going to keep following on this case. If you have been visiting theconsciousresistance.com and you follow my work, then you will have seen that we've talked about Ghislaine Maxwell, Jean-Luc Brunel, and we've done videos like zeroing in on Epstein's co-conspirators, will the court redact the Epstein files, and just different things about this whole case, including our documentary Bringing Down Jeffrey Epstein. So we've been on it for much longer than some other folks, and we were going to continue to be on it whenever these documents come out. So if you enjoyed this, please like, follow, subscribe. Make sure to bookmark our website. I do want to remind you guys that we are running our crowdfunding campaign, Support the Conscious Resistance #3. If you can get any investments in before the end of the month, that would be greatly appreciated so we can continue doing this work. I'm nearly done with the 5G documentary. I'm working on that right now as we speak, and all this is being funded by Patreon supporters and by investors like you who support the Conscious Resistance Network. Thank you guys so much for your time. Let's keep exposing the liars and working on empowering ourselves and our brothers and sisters every single day. Until next time, remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, you are free. Peace.